All right, guys, so this is it. This is a 2017 Porsche Macan GTS, as you probably already know, because you've seen some of the shots from the outside. The dealer has very kindly allowed me to bring the car out on my own. I've got about an hour with the car, and I've got to take it back. So the dealership's in Stratford-upon-Avon, which is a city. It's a small city, but it's where Shakespeare's from. So without any further ado, I want to get on the road. So, okay, let's go. Feels very different immediately to the Sportage. I've been looking at Macans for a while, as you know. I've test drove a couple. One of the things that I said about the last Macan I drove, which was the 2-litre, was that I felt like I needed a V6 or a 6-cylinder, should I say, and I felt like I needed, it needed more power. Well, this certainly has both of those things, and it sounds great as well, which is surprising. I don't know what I was expecting. I didn't expect it to sound so good because, it's a 3-litre twin turbo engine, and my 911 as standard doesn't sound great. So but this is surprisingly good. Has a sports exhaust. It has a great spec on this car. Two of the things that were must-haves for me was panoramic roof and air suspension, and this car has both of those things. The panoramic roof, quite common, but the air suspension seems quite rare. Most people seem to think that they don't need it, and because it's got PASM and all that kind of stuff, they probably think, oh, that's enough. But this car has that too. Has sport chrono, so it's very well spec'd. The only thing it doesn't have the GTS interior. I know that you think it's a GTS, it should come standard with a GTS interior, and I agree, but it doesn't. You have to spec that, and whoever got this car did not spec that. So it's got GTS written on the seats, but it's like a bog standard spec if you don't spec the GTS interior. It doesn't have the extended leather on the doors. It has leather on the dash, but it doesn't have it on the center console. It has some leather, but it's not the extended leather, which is not perfect. And a big deal for me as well is it doesn't have Apple CarPlay. Now, I thought that the PCM4, which is the system that's in this car, I thought that came standard with Apple CarPlay, but it doesn't. Not in this car. It does now, but at the Porsches at this time, it was an option. And whoever spec'd this, maybe they were an Android user and they didn't feel they needed it. So that's something, if I buy this car, that I'll have to add later. Now, what I've found out is I've already been in contact with my guys at Wilmslow, the Wilmslow Porsche, and they told me that this car can be upgraded to Apple CarPlay just with the software. So it has to have sat nav, and it has to have the voice control, and that tells them that it's got the right equipment in it. They checked the VIN and that, and they said yes, you can update it. So that's great. But it's £500 for a software update. So yeah, listen to this though. Holy crap. Wow, it really moves. I'm surprised. It's really, it's quick. I always expected it would be quick, but I wasn't expecting it to be quite this quick. Holy smoke. Wow. Wow, it sounds great. I'm surprised how good it sounds. To be honest, at this point in my search, it's been so long, and every time I find a car that I think I like, by the time I go to look at it, they say it's been sold. I went to look at a car in London. I was in London for another reason, but I got the train for an hour and a half to this place, got off the train in a taxi, and the guy called me and said, we've sold it. So I was, 3 hours for nothing. Okay, I'm in a 20 mile an hour zone. I think I'm going to turn around. Yeah, turn around. nice place here. So the colour of this car is sapphire blue. I asked my missus what colour. She said anything but black. I got 3 black cars, right? So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the colour. So the spec on this car is PCM4, like I said, minus Apple CarPlay. It's got Sport Chrono, Sport Exhaust, lane keep thing, whatever that kind of BS is. What else has it got? It's got pretty much everything on it that I want. I was sat in the dealership for 10 minutes trying to connect my phone to the Apple CarPlay, only to find out that it didn't have it. So that's a big downer, because that's £500 to add Apple CarPlay later on. That's a lot of money. I'll have to try and negotiate that out of the price. Although the advert doesn't say it has Apple CarPlay. I assumed it had it. Wow, really quick. Really quick. You know what? It's weird, but it kind of feels like my Boxster, my old Boxster, my 981. I don't know why. Maybe it's the color. I don't know, but it kind of feels like it. But it's yeah, it's super comfortable, and yeah, at the same time, it's sporty. I think that's the air suspension. You can turn the air suspension off, and when you do, the car raises about 5 millimeters, not that much. And it also has 2 levels of PASM, which is Porsche Active Suspension Management. I don't know how often you would use something like that on a car like this, but you never know. Oh, it sounds so good. I'm not even in sport mode as well. Let's put it in sport mode. Sport Plus, turn the suspension off. Woo! Wow. Wow, did the pop when it changed gear? That's fantastic. I'm impressed with the speed of it. It's quite surprising because it's a big car, you know, it weighs about 1,800 kilos. That panoramic roof is really nice. Actually, I think I'll just pull over here for a second, look at the car a little bit. Hopefully no one needs to get through here. Right. I think this might be the one. I think it's got everything I need. I'd like the mileage to be a little bit lower, but that's just because I'm a Porsche person, and I always think that a car needs to have no miles on it. But like I said, it's daily, and it's going to be used a lot anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I love these seats. I feel really well supported in it. Yeah, everything that you touch feels nice. There's leather on the handles, there's leather on the steering wheel, there's leather on the dash here, there's leather on the gear stick. So all the important places. It's very clever what they've done, because they've left it off the center console, and they've left it off the doors, but except for the parts that you touch, so it feels plush and upmarket, you know. It's got a lot of buttons. A lot of people criticize this in reviews I've seen, when they used to do reviews when these cars came out, said it looks like a flight deck of an aircraft. I kind of like that. I like the fact that there's lots of buttons. I like the fact it doesn't have those clear things with the haptic feedback. I drove a new Macan. I was given one as a loaner because my Spider was in getting some things fixed on it, and it was the latest Macan. It was the 2-litre again, and it had that flat panel here with no buttons and just lit up, and you press it and it clicked and stuff like that, and I did not like it at all. So I prefer this setup, because everything's got a button, you know, so you're not searching for the button because it's just black. It's got the old lights on the back, which I kind of prefer, but having said that, the price of the car, or the prices of cars in the UK right now, is mental. And to be honest, this is almost the price of a new base model Macan. But the problem is that if I order a base model Macan now, they said I won't get it till next year. So, you know, I could go and get a base model Macan and put one on order, but I'm going to be waiting at least 12 months to get it delivered. So, you know, this is a GTS, so I'm getting a GTS for the price of a base model Macan, and it doesn't have that crazy layout with the buttons. So it's very highly spec'd, and I think I might, if I can get it for the right price, if I can get the trade-in right on my Sportage, then I might buy this one. I've got limited time. I've got to have it back to the dealer in about 20 minutes, and it's about 10 minutes from here. But I do like the sound of it. It does sound really nice. Put it in sport again, take the suspension off. Wow. It really picks up. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm really sorry that I haven't posted on this channel, but if you watch the Eastsman Super Yachts channel, you'll know why. I've been so busy with that channel, I just haven't really had a chance. And I've just launched a new channel called 3 Minutes of Maritime, which is also adding to the workload. So yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm going to try and post some more stuff. I've got some stuff happening with the 911 that's coming up soon, and I will let you know. Well, I'll post a video when I get a chance to edit it. All right, thanks very much for watching, guys. Please be sure to like this video and all that stuff, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And yeah, let me know what you think of the car. I'm super excited. I think this might be a keeper. All right, guys, thanks very much, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye-bye.